How's it going today, guys? I just want to get on here real quick, man, to say, well, first and foremost, if any video of mine or any Bible verse that you see or any type of post that you see, it strokes your ego as a man and makes you feel like you're better than someone, I rebuke that type of thinking. We're growing in Christ. We're growing in our faith. We're becoming men of God. Not that all that good, man, all that good stuff. I hate to say it, good is just not good enough. Why? Because it's entitling. But I want to get on here to compound off what I was saying yesterday. Outgrowing someone does not mean that you're better than them. If you were to get in a relationship with someone and they met you in the space, again, let's say, as I was saying yesterday, they met you as a talker. Y'all both are talkers, and then throughout the relationship, you became a doer, and they're still a talker. If they wanted to hold it against you of your talking and being a hero and not a doer, they'd have every right to. Does that justify it? Does that make it right? Not at all. Having a right and being right is two different things. But they'd have a right to do so because that's who they met you as. And one of the greatest signs of growth is that resentment, bitterness, disdain does not follow you into the growing. You start to understand that you literally, whether good or bad, whether you resonate good or positively or negatively in this person's life, you have no control over their response. That's how you can tell that you're truly growing. If you're still trying to make sense out of their sin, you still got growing to do. If you're still trying to make sense of why they did what they did, you still got growing to do. If you're still trying to find a reason to justify the wrong that you did because at least it's not as bad as theirs, you still got growing to do. I was reading John chapter 4 and I was watching a scene from the movie. I think it's a movie or a series called The Chosen. And Jesus is witnessing to the woman at the well. You can read it in John chapter 4. And it's so crazy because he's talking about her previous husbands. And he's not judging her for it. And he's giving her this space to literally misunderstand him. I'm watching this and I'm like, bro, Jesus, I got work to do. I want to be like that. And it's like one of the husbands, he was a super godly man and did right by her, and she still left. Why? Because she felt unworthy. You know how much times we'd be in a space like that and 9 times out of 10 condemn the woman for that? We'll try to motivate her into feeling better. And it don't work like that, man. That's trying to beat emotion with logic. And I'm just watching the way Jesus is demonstrating his love toward her and just the entire interaction. And by the end of it, she's going off to the people, and Jesus, bro, I'm rejected by the people. And Jesus said, well, not to me. I came here looking specifically for you. In the book of Matthew, it says, blessed are those who who are grieved, because they will be comforted. Comforted. I'm mispronouncing the word, but man, I'm saying that stuff is beautiful, dog. You don't get there by accident. That's very intentional. And I'm also getting here to say, like, there's no relationship that goes wrong that's not both persons' fault. I don't care what you say. I don't care what nobody say. There's no involvement of two people that things go sour that is not both of their fault. I don't care if every time I hear a man talking about how good he was, I know that's pride. Every time I hear a man preaching about, oh, I was trying to put her on and she just didn't want to listen, you overstayed your welcome. You been saw red flags and chose to stay. That's still your fault, brother. I don't care what you say. Every time I hear someone trying to play that role of hero, I know that's pride. Every time I hear a woman saying it's not working nowhere else, and instead of changing, I'm gonna keep trying to operate in the same way and hope that it's accepted, I'm telling you, no, bro, I don't care what nobody say. If you are entering into a relationship trying to get your way out of it, it'll never work. Because 9 times out of 10, that's why we meet women like the women that we meet. because we meet women doing the same thing as us, just in a way that a female would do it, not in a way that a male would, because we are not wired the same. But if everything you're doing is rooted in pride and entitlement and based on where you've been at, you're gonna meet a woman who's prideful and everything she's doing is based on where she's been at. Oh, I feel like man, bump all that. And think about it like this, because I know this is something a lot of men can relate to. I know a lot of men think they do a great job at keeping the peace by not addressing issues. But sometimes that's the greatest way to make peace, by addressing the issues. But what most men do is keep their mouth shut. And then when a woman brings up an issue, he gets offended because he thinks he's doing a service by holding on to issues he should have addressed. And then he takes the time to address those issues when she's addressing the issue, and now you guys are arguing. Brothers, we got work to do. Sisters, we got work to do. If there's something that you want out of a person, before that person even shows up, make sure you're already walking in it, not just talking about it. Because there's going to come a point when you're trying to steward someone or grow with somebody, there's going to become a point, and this applies to anything. A job you want, whatever it may be, you're trying to get blessed, you're being obedient, there will come a waiting time. There will come a waiting season. And that waiting season just reveals what was hidden in the heart. If you and a woman take a step back from each other and she go start bothering other dudes, start texting other dudes she knows she shouldn't be with, that been there. The waiting season just revealing it. If you dip off and start putting your meat off in everybody and start, that been there, bro. Y'all are just motivating each other not to sin. And eventually you will sin. Because no one truly has the desire and yearn to grow in the Lord. Relationships do not honor the image. Relationships reveal identity. That's why when we have great friendships, it may not bother us that bad, because our image we can play off our image so well, but then we get in this space with someone and start realizing we're not actually honoring our identity. We're only honoring an image. So everything starts feeling like a call out. Again, relationships oftentimes do not honor the image. They reveal the identity. If there's stuff hidden, the book of Luke talks about that a lot. What's done in the dark will come to light. And again, that don't always mean a bad thing. If your obedience does not change, whether good or bad, and oftentimes it goes unnoticed, again, that can kind of compound off of Galatians 6:9. Don't grow weary in it, because you will reap a harvest. Those private prayers, those private surrenders will be revealed publicly. But I'm gonna say this one more time. Whatever you are looking for out of a person, make sure that you begin to walk in it now. Because waiting till the person shows up and then you start trying to walk, man, my goodness, you're going to have some issues, brother. Y'all going to have a whole bunch of check engine lights coming on and trying to figure out why. Y'all have a blessed day.